Post-grad life. Wow. Hello everybody, if you're new here, welcome back, and if you're not, hi, my name is Carrie. I usually have long hair, but I cut it. It's been a while since I've posted. It's also been a while since I've read. I'm like 50%, maybe just a little over 50% done with Circe. However, I've just been in the reading slump, as you can tell, obviously, by the fact that if you check my last video, which was probably a month ago now, I still have been reading Circe, but I haven't read in a long time. Actually, when was the last time I made an update about it? Literally a month ago, 30 days ago. Okay, all right. Here's what my new plan is going to be. Because at first, I was working at an ice cream shop, and I was gonna have that job paired with my other part-time job that pays so much more. But the ice cream shop just made me sad, like really sad, and I just wasn't feeling it. I was like, no, I have so much fun on my other job, so now I only work 3 days a week. Tuesday, Thursdays are my off days, but if I am needed, I will be called in or asked to come in, so that's really exciting. But I thought, I think I want to start up my Etsy shop again, and I need to read and I need to write my book, so, but I was just like, yeah, first of all, I have some problems with my Microsoft right now, so like any other author, I'm procrastinating writing, but I truly have a good excuse to do it. Could I do it right now? Yeah, but I forgot, and I really want to try to finish this book because I have so many other books I am so ready to read, especially in the original lineup for my TBR. Banana and peanut butter. Oof. So I'm going to read Circe, see how far I get in there. If I get tired or if I, have reached a point of I'm all maxed out today, I think I am going to then switch to writing, and well, before that I'm going to the gym because I'm drinking this to get something in my stomach. Alright. Yay, I stopped in the middle of a chapter. Wow. Let's continue, shall we? A quick disclaimer, this is not my room. I've been sleeping in my older brother's room for all of summer, mainly because his fan works so much better than the one in my room. I think, so he's moved out, but I think we are going to make this into my own room. I just need the green light from him. He lives down in Texas, so I don't see why I can't make it my room, and then when he comes to visit, he uses this room, and we'll be good. We'll be good. So, it's been like 2 days since I finished Circe, like 2-3 days actually. Anyways, I started on my next read, This Girl's a Killer, by M.S.C. Wells, and I told myself I'll give it the 100-page rule, because I liked the idea of this kind of being like a female Dexter, killing men who are rapists, abusers, sexual assaulters, but after the first chapter, even through reading the first chapter, I was like, I don't like this. I didn't really feel connected to the character. Okay, well, I don't kill people. I couldn't, do I like that she was killing men who deserve to be in the deepest pits of hell? Absolutely. But it was almost like she was quirky with it. I quickly recognized that she was very obsessed with her best friend, who she does, in the name of, the killings of, because her friend definitely has been hurt by a man who impregnated her with the main character Cordelia's goddaughter. Basically, I just did not like this, and I'm sorry, but this this had millennial writing. I'm sorry, this is no hate to millennials and no hate to millennial authors, but like, it's just so annoying when you have a character like almost be proud of being a millennial. Like, they're like, yeah, I'm proud that I find humor in the screaming goat joke videos. Like, I love that. And she was like just so obsessed with like all these top-notch brands like Louis Vuitton, Jimmy Choo, Chanel, just like things where I'm like, okay, you know? Like every time she was like, oh, and when I kill this person and I get rid of their body and the guy who comes and picks up the bodies pays me great, I'm finally gonna get that dress that's in my cart, or ooh, maybe I should get those shoes, like the ones I described super well because, you know, I deserve it for, like, I don't know, it was just weird. So I did not like it. I did not even reach the 100-page rule. What page did I technically stop on? Could be 87 or 86. Basically, it was at chapter 7. Yeah. So, this sucks, you know, but I'm pretty sure I've DNF'd books earlier. But I'm definitely going to turn this into like a junk journal or something, you know, paint all the pages and just, yeah, because, oh god, yeah, I just literally saw one of my annotations, please don't be a pick-me. Well, she kind of was, and I read reviews, okay, I'm sorry, but like when I was really like, I don't know how to feel about this, I don't know if I can make it to 100 pages, I read reviews on Fable, and a lot of people liked this. I don't hate that, I wish I could see how, but a lot of people kind of agree with me being like, this was slow, and, you know, I read some spoilers, not anything, like, I don't even know what happened with her Joni friend person, I don't know, but they agreed with me that Cordelia was so obsessed with her friend Diane, see, I couldn't even remember her name, and everyone was saying it moved slow in the beginning. I think this moves fast, because we already learned that her whatever person in the past, Joni, she killed. Not because Joni was a monster like the men. For some reason, I don't even know. I don't even want to know. But Joni was like a pushover or something and like was desperate for love. And it's like, oh, okay. Okay. Cordelia was just miserable with anyone who dare look in Diane's direction. And if she wants her friend to be happy, then let her find a man that makes her happy, or a woman, because Diane is buying this, which I was honestly like, oh, okay, because I was like, wow, is Diane and Cordelia going to be together? Are they going to get together? Like, it's really obvious, so you're making it really obvious, like, that's the thing. Like, people saying this moved slow, I think it moved fast, and I was only at chapter 7. Like, can we slowly let some things, like, come? Can we let some things brew, you know? Can I think about some of the things? I also just didn't think the cover really matched then exactly what I was going after. Like, I like the font, but like, I don't know. Anyways, I'm now moving on to I keep butchering her name. Dot Hutchison's The Butterfly Garden. I cannot wait for this. Ooh, I don't think I see chapters in here. I just was trying to turn and then nothing really moved. But wow, okay. I'm really excited because I remember in my last video I was like, I cannot wait to read this, because I remember back in middle school, an ex-friend of mine, her mom had read this book and she said it was really good, but she was like, you will not read this. Like, you do not read this. Do not go and ask your parents to buy you this. And I was like, okay. And then I kind of forgot about it, but I always remember the basis. I couldn't remember the title. So when I looked up the summary, or, you know, the synopsis or whatever, I found it. And yeah, I can't wait to read it. In here, I need to get out of this reading slump. I seriously do. So I'm gonna go get myself a drink and something to eat, because I'm actually pretty hungry. And I'll be back. Oh no, I'm trying to eat healthier. I mean, I already eat healthy anyways, but I gotta get back into an exercise routine. I just did a whole dance video. Absolutely love it. I've done them before, but I fell off, obviously. So getting back into the swing of it. But my mom has like salmon quite a bit. That and Wendy's chili, which is super good actually. But I'm just hoping she has something in mind. She is the craziest health nut I know. Not craziest, I shouldn't say that. She eats super healthy. She doesn't eat bread throughout the week. That's only a weekend treat. Literally. She has bread as a weekend treat. That's crazy to me. Ooh, salmon, yeah. Oh, salmon, wait, that sounds so good. Oh, I love that. Ooh, I should have my rice with it. Ooh. Also, I do want to say, the way this novel is set up, I totally thought that we were going to see, like, from the main character who's a victim of the gardener and the butterfly garden. But the setup is very interesting, and I think I like it. I mostly really do enjoy how it goes from third person to first person. Third person being the main character Maya, the main male character detective Victor Hanoverian, and I love him because he's a girl dad. He has 3 girls, he says. Love that. So when it's like Maya and Victor and anyone else, it's third person, but then there's a little divot in the paragraphs, and then it becomes first person with Maya explaining her time in the butterfly garden, and I'm shocked, to say the least. I'm not even at 50 pages, and all that's happened right now. Jeez. God, sorry, I have to stop and say the language in this, how the girls in the butterfly garden realize some of the things and are realizing like that they may have a specific age at which they can stay in the butterfly garden until they turn that age. I never thought I'd hear the word like expiration at such a young age for a character. I don't know. Wow. Just wow. I honestly just can't talk about this right now. I can talk about one thing because everything else just has meaning to it and layers and layers and layers of how I still see some of these things reflected in our society, but I'll spare you that. But if you want to check out all that I saw in this book that still reflects society today, go look at my fable. I did kind of have spoilers in it because, I mean, I'll talk a little bit about the one thing that I, explained about the book that was just a little, It was just that twist at the end. I'm a little confused about Inara's part of it. At first I was like, whoa, that's crazy, but then I was like, wait, did you, I had to like look it up. Still was kind of confusing, but yeah, I don't think I can talk about this book for a while, so. However, I can now finally choose 3 new books. Whenever I last chose Butterfly Garden, This Girl's a Killer, and Circe were the first 3 books that I chose last time, so now I can move on to 3 more books. And hopefully I will have a better time reading them at least at a normal pace, Excuse me, Snoopy. You can sit in the crook of my arm. I read that. Well, maybe it's because I was moving. Uh-oh. I read that one. Yep, these are all from when I was moving out of college. The Counselors. I heard this one had a very gut-wrenching twist when I first heard of the book. And it's by my favorite author, Jessica Goodman. I love her. I've gotten seen by her. She's been in my DMs. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just a little starstruck. Beasts of Prey. Okay, that's one I've gotten, I got years ago at Christmas, so I'm really excited. There's 2 more. Oh my gosh. Should I read 4 books? I think I should. Okay, so we've got Counselors, Beasts of Prey, and then... Oh, nope, I read that. Oh my god, we're on the last book of the TBR jar! The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. Wow, so like 2 murder mystery thrillers and then fantasy, which I think is fantasy. Beasts of Prey, I mean. I'll have to check. But now I can write in the other books. Oh, this is so exciting. Oh my gosh. Snoopy, Snoopy, guard the TBR jar while I get those books in, okay? Out of all 3 of these, I think, what am I more nervous about? So, a lot of people love Frida McFadden, but then I've heard that like every other book of hers is just basically copy and paste. Beasts of Prey, that one was really popular back in BookTok, like just kind of when BookTok was becoming a thing. So I don't know. I hope I don't DNF it or lose interest in it. Out of all 3 of these, I think I probably would DNF The Boyfriend. I don't know why, I just get the feeling. But maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. So yeah. Oh, I can finally read. I have so many books. I have so many books now on my TBR shelf. Ah! This is awesome. This is awesome. I better get to it. Thank you all so much for watching. I would really like to try to get my videos up more consistently, you know, at least in timely manners. And there's just something about editing that like I love and hate. So, Actually, I kind of hate it a lot more. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, if you read some of the books that I read before I chose my new 3, let me know in the comments and let me know what you thought. And then if you read the books I just chose, no spoilers please, but let me know what you thought about them. Bye!